In case you haven't heard, the Wild, after scratching Marco Rossi for 4 or 5 games in a row, have officially sent him back to Iowa. Naturally, a lot of people are angry about it. Here is my stance, because I'm guessing you're all wondering how I feel about it. Listen, we all wanted big things. We want him to take over and kind of establish himself as a top six center right away. That was probably a little bit unrealistic on our part, right? But he was playing a lot of middle, bottom 6 minutes and playing really well. Like, this isn't an issue where he's just like playing poorly. A lot of the little parts of his game, little details, little decisions, play on the puck, was actually pretty good. I think defensively he's been pretty good. And it's not like he looks like he doesn't fit in the NHL, right? It's just, he's not producing. He's got that 1 point for a kid like him who we're projecting as a top six center of the future. That's not obviously what you want to see. And I thought it was really interesting. And I think the best point that I saw was, I think it was Joe Smith talking to Tim Army about this, where, what situation would it be best for like Marco Rossi to return to Iowa? And Tim Army said he has to score. He has to be putting up points, because that's what he's going to do at the National Hockey League level when he's at his best. You don't want to turn this kid into a checker. You don't want to turn him into a middle six, bottom six defensive forward. You're not getting the best Marco Rossi in that event. So, if he goes through a stretch where he's just not scoring, not producing offensively, then send him back down here. Let him play first line minutes. Let him play 20 plus minutes every night, first power play unit, and just rip it up, because that's what he does. And I thought that was probably the most level-headed take that I saw. Now, I'm in the boat where, no, they didn't really give him a ton of looks in that top six. Like, they didn't really play him, a whole lot with Boldy. They did here and there, but not a ton. They didn't really play him with Kaprizov at all. So, he wasn't really in a position to put up a ton of points, but I mean, he did have his chances and obviously wasn't scoring. And I think his confidence did wane a little bit. Now, the thing with Marco Rossi is this isn't going to shake him at all. This is a kid with a really good head on his shoulders. He's a very confident kid. He knows what the deal is, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy being back in Iowa and finding his offensive game again and kind of just establishing that confidence. I'm not worried about it at all. And what do you know? The first game, first period, what do you have? 2 goals and assists, 1 goal, 2 assists.